everybody, it's Danelle with Danelle's Stitchery, and I am here to do an improv sew and chat. I got some new equipment for Christmas yesterday, and so I decided just to come on here and do some sewing and hang out with everybody. And I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas, as I know I did, full of family and love and just happy times, happy memories. So let's get to it and everything. I'll move the mouse out of the way so that way there I can get busy sewing. I am taking a bunch of these squares here that I cut out, and they measure 5 inches by 5 inches. And then I am sewing these triangles onto them on all 4 sides. And the triangles are, I believe, yep, also 5 inches. So that way there is not much waste. So there are 5-inch squares that I cut in half. That way there I can, and all I'm doing is making like, folding this in half and making like a little crease on each side. So that way there I can try and make sure I get this all lined up properly. And what I'm going to do is I am going to line this up and make sure that my crease that I made over here at the halfway point matches up with that crease, and that my point up here on the arrow is pointing up there. So I'm going to do that. Oops. If everybody can hear and see me very well and everything, please let me know. Hey, Beverly. I did. I hope you did too. I am just working this out. I got some new equipment, new setup, as you see, and I am just doing a little improv sew and chat today, since I didn't go live on my channel on Saturday, since I was over on Sean's. I wanted to test out my equipment and play with it some, see how it went. Hoping you can hear me good and everything, and that I'm coming through clear on the video as well. Thank you. Yeah, I was trying to make sure I have it set up so that way there I got a camera facing me and a camera looking down at my sewing machine so you guys can see exactly what it is I'm doing. And the pattern I'm working on is actually a pattern I created on my, let's see. There we go, that's better. It's a pattern I created on my EQ8 for a friend of mine that's paying me to make a quilt. He has a fascination of pineapples for whatever reason. And so he's asked me to make a quilt for him, a queen size quilt. So I'm doing that. And that's the printout of the picture that I'm doing. So I'm just going to be sitting here sewing and hanging out with you guys for a little while. And that is way too slow. Is the sound coming through good and everything, everybody? And then look at this adorable pin cushion my youngest one got me. A little blue sonnet, or a little blue hedgehog. Thank you. Yeah, he asked for a pineapple design, and I had to think of some way of giving it some pizzazz. So I did like those little blocks going around it. Merry Christmas, Julie. I hope you had a wonderful Christmas. And a Happy New Year to you, too. I'm so happy that you subscribed. Yeah, I've seen you over at Sean's channel before. Awesome. Good. I'm glad that the audio is good. Yeah, I got some new equipment that the husband and my oldest son got me for my streaming for Christmas. So I wanted to come on live today and do some playing around with it, but I had to get a bunch of stuff done up earlier today before I could. Had to get some cleaning done, and we started putting the stuff away. Hi, Joyce. How you doing? And sorry, I keep looking up at my chat screen over here. And I got my camera over here, so just gotta get used to the routine. So if I'm not looking the opposite direction and everything, please excuse me. I just gotta get in the rhythm of looking over here at you guys. and not looking over there at the screen at the chat so much. Obviously, I need to look at the chat too, but so I'm just putting a bunch of these half square triangles. So all I'm doing is folding these squares in half to make this little crease here at the top and bottom. And then I'm taking a triangle and I'm folding it in half and making a little crease right there so I can match up this crease. I don't know if you guys can see it too well. There you go. Matching up to this crease here. So that way there, they line up perfectly. And once I match that, and I got this all nice and straight here, then I make sure that my point is pointing right towards the center crease there. And that way there, I know I'm good to go and all lined up properly. So all I gotta do when I'm done with these, getting these sewn on, is cut the excess off. I don't know why it keeps doing that. My fabric keeps getting hung up on the back of my walking foot. So did everybody have full tummies on Christmas? Oh, did everybody see the pictures I posted of the jackets I made my sons? Since I gave that to them yesterday, I was finally able to show you guys. So I posted on my channel the quilted jackets I made them. My youngest son, the one that received the Mario Brothers one, he trying to open it up. He goes, "No way." He goes, "You did not make this." I'm like, yeah. I was like, "Yes, I made it." My oldest one had actually trying to tell him to confirm that, yes, Mom did make this. Because he's like, man, he goes, "It looks like it's store-bought." He goes, he goes, "It's hard to believe that you actually made something that looks that good." I'm like, "Thanks." It's like, didn't mean it and rudely or anything, but at first that's just how it came out sounding a little. But it's all good. It was just nice seeing him so in love with it. He ripped off his stuff that he had on and trying to threw that on real quick, which was funny as could be. I believe I posted to my YouTube channel, just like the pictures on there, Julie. Okay, let me grab my cell phone. I can actually show you guys pictures of it really quick. One of them doesn't live here, so I can't have him come in here and wear it. But so this is, let's see if I can. I don't know if it's gonna work. Come on now. There we go. I just had to turn the brightness down. So that's the front of it. And that was the back. He's really big into Mario and Luigi, or Mario Brothers, as well as Sonic the Hedgehog. My oldest son does not like to have his picture taken or being on camera or anything, so I just turned and took pictures of his. Let's see if I can get a better picture. Maybe the ones where I actually done. Yeah, let's see there. I don't know how I get this to work out too well. Oh, I'll just have to try and post pictures later. Sorry, guys. He didn't mean it that way. It's just shocked him that it was just that awesome and everything. So, because it was like, it did not look like it would be like a handmade item. So, I didn't really take it that way, and I know he didn't mean it that way. But he put it on, he threw it on really quickly and everything. He was like totally in love with it. So, it's like usually whenever you try and think of handmade, you think of something with like some imperfections or being able to tell that it was handmade. And he was just like, wow. He's like, he's like, this thing is like perfect in every way, shape, or form. Fit him as snug as a bug. Well, not snug as a bug, but fit him perfectly. He was happy-go-lucky. I was happy because he was happy, which is all that matters. He loved it, so I was happy. So thank you, Beverly. Let's see. Julie says there is a lady in the Netherlands with a YouTube channel about how she raises horses. Her son's named the latest pony foals Mario and Peach. Aww, that is so cute. I love horses. I always wanted to go horseback riding. I only had one opportunity in my life to go horseback riding when I lived in Tennessee, and I was pregnant with my first son. So I couldn't do it. I was so bummed out. I'm like, but he'll be okay. He's strong. I knew I shouldn't, but I just wanted to ride so badly. They didn't let me, thankfully. I was young and dumb, and all I knew is I wanted to go horseback riding. So, unfortunately, I never got to go. Yeah, so my husband and son actually bought me an amazing complete stand here. Hi, JK. How are you doing? How was Christmas for you? Unfortunately, I got to go back to work tomorrow. I had today off as well. I don't want to go back. I'm not ready. Granted, I got a long weekend coming up, but still. Oh, and this coming weekend, if all works out right, I'm going to be over on Katie with Greenland Quilters channel for her for a portion of her uh sew and chat stream. I want to say it's either New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I can't remember which. I believe New Year's Day. I could be wrong. It could be New Year's Eve though. But once I look at it later, and because I kind of was just chatting with her last night and everything, so once I look at it better, I'll be able to post on my thing on my channel, YouTube channel about it and everything about me being on there. She just sent out an invite to a bunch of creators asking if anyone wants to come and hang out and sew with her on that day. And I piped in. I'm like, yeah, sure. I like sewing with other people, so make sewing more fun. So is anybody else working on any projects this evening? Or are you guys here to hang out? I'm just trying to get some progress done on this quilt because I should have had this quilt done a while ago. But because of Christmas and the craft show and so many other things going on, that I just that and plus for almost a week I lost my sojo, which was horrible. So all that all together time just threw my schedule off and everything, and so now I'm determined I am going to work on this pretty much nonstop, and I'm sewing right now so I can get this taken care of and done, so it can go to its new home and be happy-go-lucky there. Yeah, I'm only planning on being on here until about 7 o'clock tonight, roundabout, just because at that point, Stephanie Harris over at her channel name now is Stephanie Harris, but it used to be Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter. She's gonna be on at 7 p.m. tonight, so I'll be going over there and hanging out in her chat. Oh, I believe it. Did you ever receive your package, Beverly, from the giveaway? thank you so much for that little heads up and everything to everybody. Yes, please, if you like the channel and you like the content, please make sure you give that thumbs up button. And if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe if you like it. You have to be subscribed for 20 minutes, for at least 20 minutes before you're able to chat in the live chat on here. Hey, Lisa, how are you doing? That's okay. Okay, good, Beverly. I wanted to make sure that you received it. I'm always nervous sending stuff out because, like, okay, you never know if a package is going to get lost or not, or if it's going to get delivered to the wrong house and state that it's delivered or something. So, always makes me nervous. But at the same time, we got to have trust in the postal system, unfortunately. Hey, Laura Lynn. Glad you made it. I'm just sitting here sewing, working on a quilt that I created on my EQ8. Let's see if I can get that centered. A friend of mine is really big into pineapples, and he ordered this queen size quilt from me. So I'm working on getting this sewn up because I'm really behind schedule because of Christmas and the holidays and all. So it is what it is. So at this point, just working on sewing and chatting and hanging out and enjoying my new equipment. The husband and oldest son got me some cameras, a microphone, a stand that I can be able to have everything on all at once and everything right here in front of me. I don't have to keep rolling over a cart and try to maneuver everything and all and putting it all away when I'm done. It just stays right here now, which is awesome. I'm totally loving it. I don't have to set it up or anything like that and tear it down on a daily basis. It's out of my way while I'm sewing. And I know I keep looking over here because this is where my screen is for my chat. I'm so sorry. I got to get used to this whole thing and my camera being over here and my chat being over here. They did give me my Surface Pro in between. I just didn't turn it on and get it set up for to see the chat, so I should have, but I didn't. Maybe next time. So did everybody trying to get a bunch of good fun stuff for their sewing space or their hobbies? Ugh, I wanted to show you guys something that my oldest son got me. He got me a collector's edition. It's the Noble Collection of Hedwig from Harry Potter, the white owl. And it is so cute. It's like a little statue thing that he got me. And I have it in the front room right now. And yes, I took it out of the box because I'm not big on collecting just to increase the value of it. I want to actually be able to enjoy it now. So it is what it is. He even told me, he's like, Mom, he's like, why don't you just take it out of the package and enjoy it? He's like, I know you want to. I'm like, I do. And my youngest son, he got me everything off of my list I sent him because he always asks me to send him a list of items that I want. And so he got me everything off my list because I always send him a few items and everything on there. So that way there's stuff that I know that he can afford. That's not like overly expensive. I always send my husband the expensive stuff. But do that, and I was not expecting him to get me everything off of there. And it was really cool when I found out that he did. So one of the items he got me is this adorable little basket, like a little picnic basket that has like the little thread cutter here and thread catchers, which I should probably just use right now instead of my snips. Okay, that does not work very good. My snips work way better. Yeah, we're going back to my snips. This is cute and adorable and everything. I'll probably use it to keep store some stuff in. Maybe a few clips or pins or something, but yeah, that does not work that well. We're just gonna go with the one that's here on my machine. So what I'll do now is I'm gonna put the stack back over here, and I'm gonna do this other side now. Oh, and this other little thing he got me. Look at this adorable little thing here. It is a, hi Glenda, how are you doing? So this adorable little blue hedgehog. My youngest son has always been crazy about Sonic the Hedgehog. And so I asked him to get me this because it was on Amazon and it's super adorable blue hedgehog. It's actually a pincushion, but to me, it's just gonna be just a stuffed animal that I loved dearly because I love my stuffed animals. So Glinda, I am working on a quilt that I did off of EQ that I designed off of EQ8. This is the design right here. It's a pineapple. A friend of mine has commissioned me to make it for him. So it's a queen size quilt. So I'm taking a bunch of 5-inch squares of green as well as a bunch of 5-inch squares of yellow and creating the pieces that go around the borders right now by adding half square triangles onto each side. And I know there's probably an easier way to do this than what I'm doing, but this was the way that made sense to my brain at the time. So, and since I already got it all cut up and ready to go, this is the way I'm doing it. I know that there is an easier way to do this. Because there's like a million and one ways for us to do it every block, pretty much. Oh, my nose is so itchy. Yeah, it took me probably about 2 hours in here to clean up today. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe how messy I allowed my room to get. Between my industrial machine getting completely covered up, like if it was like a treadmill being covered up and clothes in a bedroom or something. And everything down along the floor area over here was a complete disaster. On the other side of me over here, I was just like, this has gotta be cleaned up before I can do anything. Let's see. I just got off work, so I'm going to get something to eat. I will watch the replay tomorrow on the background after the hippo video. Talk to you later. Talk to you later too. And oh my gosh, Mama Pop, that hippo video was so cute for the hippo. Oh my gosh. I definitely gonna get that pattern. I found it on Etsy and I saved it to my Etsy thing. So I'm gonna get it and I'm going to make it because it would just be super adorable and a gorgeous addition to my stuffed animal collection in here. Can you say stuffed animal collection? Just a overall baby doll, stuffed animal, stuffed toys collection because it brings me happiness and joy because it reminds me, oh my gosh, my nose. It's like a hair or something right there. Sorry, guys. I know not the most attractive thing of seeing someone's hair constantly rubbing on their nose. I swear, my hands are clean. I just washed them before I came here and started sewing, so. Anywho, let's see here. That I do not, JK. I do know that there's an applique version that Stitch in Heaven had just came out with. Um, applique comes in a kit and everything. So might want to check on there, see if they got the pattern only for you, but it's applique and it was super gorgeous. Yes, she did, Mom Pop. She is adorable. Oh my gosh. I wanted to reach through that screen and grab her from you and just so I could be able to cuddle up with her. Like one of my most favorite things I've always wanted to get another one of that reminded me of my childhood was a Cabbage Patch Kid. Turns out my husband's friend, when he was doing a garage sale, they were getting rid of one of their kids' Cabbage Patch dolls. And I'm like, how much do you want for it? I'm like, I'll pay you any price. I'm like, 'cause I want another Cabbage Patch doll. Not had one since I was young. All my stuff was lost in the move because when we were little, we moved around a lot. And I was just like, I need a Cabbage Patch doll to my collection. So he turned out one day he came over. He's like, let me check. And so next thing I know, he came over one day and had it on him, and he's like, it's yours. He's like, for free. I'm like, seriously? He goes, yeah. He goes, we were just going to throw it out if not. I'm like, do not throw something like that out. And then my husband found me a Gizmo from Gremlins. The box was all destroyed, but for me, that's just more of like memorabilia stuff because it reminds me of whenever I was little. So the happy times when I was little. I hate when the fabric starts fraying a little. Yeah, I wanted these to come out to be a 8-inch block, but it turns out they're going to be a 7-inch block, and all my pieces in the middle are 8-inch blocks. So I gotta figure out on if I'm either going to either add sashing to these in between each one of these, which is going to change up the design a little bit, because then they won't be touching, which the way I'm doing them, they're not going to be, their points are not going to be touching anyway. So I may add sashing, like a 1-inch sashing or a half-inch sashing or something like that in between them, just to get them to be the same size as the other blocks of all the center blocks, because all the center ones are already done. I just gotta get these outer edge ones done up so that way that I can get it all put together. And then I gotta do the fighting of the quilting of it because I only quilt on my domestic. I don't have a long arm, and I didn't charge enough to send it off to a long arm. And I don't know anything about using a long arm, so I don't want to rent one and take a chance of tearing up someone else's equipment. So I'm just gonna quilt it on my machine. Probably just do straight stitch quilting, or I might do echo around the, yeah, I'll probably do that. Maybe do like diagonal lines within here. I just like doing like zigzags or diagonal, whatever, hashtag, whatever you call it. And then echo around the pineapple. What do you think, Mom Pop? Do you think that would be good? Ooh, Joyce, yes. Applique is so much fun. I actually did that on my youngest one's Mario and Luigi jacket. I did applique because Mario and Luigi, as well as the plant thingies, those Venus flytrap, I think is what they actually are, that are in the green tubes or green pipes on Mario and Luigi for Mario Brothers. But they're so they were actually all on a pattern or a panel, and I fussy cutted it out after using heat and bond light. I fussy cut it and then zigzagged all the way around every ounce of it. And ooh, lordy, that took me like 2 days by itself right there to do the zigzag stitching around all that detail. because I had to go so slow. Let's see here. Yeah, another thing you can also do, Joyce, is actually to just get a coloring book, like a large print coloring book. I've heard of people doing that and doing applique designs like that with using a coloring book or printing off pages off of the computer or something. I'm about to be doing a butterfly one on the back of the jacket for my youngest son's girlfriend. I was hoping to have hers done for Christmas, in time for Christmas, but I didn't get hers done in time. And she wasn't even able to be here because she was sick. She woke up sick like the day before, the day of or day before Christmas, one of the two. But she woke up not feeling good, so she stayed home. And then he just came over for a little while to hang out and everything, so, which was cool. I guess he may be. Uh, Mom, Pop, it turned out so stinking gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I could not believe how amazing it turned out. Let's see if I can get my phone screen to work for me so I can show it to you. So, there we go. So, that was the bottom of the panel. And then and I appliqued it to just some gray fabric. And then I had bought 2 yards of a very busy Mario and Luigi fabric. So that's the front of it. And so you can see the arms there. So that was a fabric that I had initially bought to go for it. But when I put the panel pieces up against that, it was just so busy. Yeah. And then my oldest one's jacket, he's really big into Jack Skellington and Nightmare Before Christmas. So I did that of his. And I could only find a small panel for his, so I did that for the small panel on the back. So I made that like a center patch. Thank you, Lori Lynn. Oh, the head wig that my son bought me, my oldest one, because he knows I'm like a Harry Potter freak. So I love like the fantasy world and everything, fantasy stuff. So, but it was so cute. Yeah, and this was the panel that I used. Unfortunately, Luigi lost his hat because Luigi's hat couldn't fit. But yeah, that is probably my personal opinion better than any quilt I've ever made. I was so impressed with how good those turned out. And I know I'm talking a lot about them and bragging and everything. I've been dying to show them to you guys and show you guys what I done, but I couldn't because they all watch my channel, and I'm like I could not take the chance of the boys seeing it before Christmas and ruining the biggest present I was making them. I mean, I've made them both quilts and everything, but to me that was like turned out way better. I'm actually gonna start like making like one for every person in my family, I think, because I'm like so hooked on making those quilted jackets now. And the way I was taught was without the quilt batting or anything like that, which I did for myself. And I thought it turned out okay, but the way I look at that was like my practice piece. Oh, goodness gracious. All right, so now I'm just going to flip these over, trim right up against the green fabric. Oops, come back here. So what I'm doing is I'm just trimming right up against the green fabric. That way there, whenever I get ready to iron this, it's already squared up. Yeah, I could do this over at the cutting mat, but then I gotta get up and move away from the computer and or away from the stuff here, where if I do it now, I can finger press and just keep sewing and iron everything when I'm done. Yeah, it does take a little bit longer to do this right, but that's okay. So I want to sit here and hang out with you guys. Hang out with the cool kids like Lauren Lynn says. Oh, believe me, I am proud, Laura Lynn. Oh my gosh. It was so hard to keep that secret from them. So I so badly wanted to be like, yeah, look what I did for you. But I was a good girl. I waited till Christmas. I'm like a little kid and everything. I have a hard time keeping a secret from the kids even when it's theirs. I'm like, man, I was never good at the whole secret thing. Like I am when I had to be, but if I'm like super duper excited, then yeah, it's a little harder. I know I'm blocking you guys' view. I'm sorry. Just easier for me to hold it down with my wrist whenever I'm cutting. Now, Laura Lynn, you guys use OBS, right? For your streaming service or streaming software? Thank you, Joyce. I'm glad that you guys all like and are so happy for how they turned out. So a couple of times my oldest one almost walked in here whenever I was working on his. And I told him, I'm like, you are to knock on the door. You are not to walk into this room at all for any reason. And I had it, as soon as I got done working on whatever I was going to do on it that evening after work, I had to. Oh, okay. I thought you, for whatever reason, I thought you guys used OBS. Because I actually quit using StreamYard, which is what I was using, where now I'm using OBS because OBS will allow me to use both my cameras without charging me extra money. And previously, I was using StreamYard, and they wanted to charge me like $50 a month for doing more than one camera view without, like, I could try and do like this, my second camera view I was doing. I could do it on my cell phone, but after like a 1 hour long stream, my cell phone was like super hot. And I'm like, this is gonna fry my cell phone. And I don't want to have to buy another flagship cell phone because cell phones get expensive. So I did some researching and found that OBS were good, and I found a couple of channels that give like really good explanations, including live chat and live Q&As on how to do stuff. So I've been doing a lot of homework and researching over the last couple weeks. And yeah, so that's what I'm using today is OBS. Yeah, that is a lot of money, especially if all the major benefit is just to have an extra camera. I'm like, I cannot see paying that. under no circumstance, especially for a channel like mine that's not monetized yet. And even if it was monetized, I could think of other things to spend $50 on besides using a second camera, not including whatever the cost of the second camera would be. So now I got my second camera and I'm not paying the $50. So, whew, almost done with cutting off all the four corners. And then I can sew on the other two. Well, then I can um the dub. Okay, then I can finger press and sew the other two sides on. I might actually be able to get my green blocks done tonight on the chat with you guys. Yeah, I thought about doing a giveaway tonight, but I didn't really prepare for it, so I decided not to do a giveaway tonight. Maybe New Year's Eve or something like that, I'll do a live stream and do a giveaway. We'll see. My family doesn't really celebrate that holiday too much, so like we'll sit around and watch movies, but then again, we do that almost every night. Oh, and look at these with a hedgehog. Look at these adorable little pins, stick pins that came with it. I don't use stick pins a whole lot, but these are super cute. It's like pastel colored butterflies. So I'm just going to run my fingernails down both these sides for now. Oop, go away. And then I'm going to put these up against each other on both ends and get my crease, my center crease. Hi, Quasar. Hi, Quasar. Let's see. So, you guys doing anything fun this evening or watching any special movies or the chat got really super quiet. Let's see. Joy says, laugh out loud, JK, but we will succeed. I can't be that difficult. Once we learn the process and watching YouTube friends podcasts, we'll be experts soon. Yes, you will, Joyce. You just have to have faith in yourself and jump in it. If you make mistakes, you learn from them. And a mistake in the quilting world is not a mistake, it is a creative adventure. Just a creative change. Ooh, I can't believe it's already been almost an hour that I've been on here. That is awesome. I did not realize it's been almost an hour already, though. I will be ending the session today at 7 o'clock just because Stephanie Harris is coming on her channel live. And I don't want to run over into her time because she did already have hers scheduled. And I'd like to go over and support her too. Because Stephanie Harris is awesome. And I'll be working on some tutorials, some pre-recorded tutorials this week. Since I got my equipment and everything, I'm going to work on that. And especially since now I don't have to set up and tear down. Aw, Joyce, believe me, I understand. My family has been doing nothing besides watching Blu-rays lately. I have all the Christmas Blu-rays that I love, like the claymations, like Rudolph and Santa Coming to Town, and as well as the Charlie Brown Christmas and Charlie Brown Thanksgiving collection and everything, and all the Harry Potters and all the Twilight sagas. So we've been binge watching all of that. We had not done the Twilight yet, so I'll probably scoop them up into that next. My son might kill me, but that's okay. He'll get over it because I love my Twilight. And I've not watched it in about a year or more. So I try to keep those movies to every Christmas time so that way there I don't overdo it with him because he's like, Mom, we already seen this. My oldest son that lives at home, he's 24, so he gets a little fussy at times, but that's okay because he also puts up with his mother whenever his mother's having fussy times too. Everybody's allowed fussy times. Just like I told him, we cannot watch his gaming YouTube channels on a regular basis. We gotta share the love. Hi, Pasty. How you doing? I am working on a quilt that I designed on EQ8. It is for a friend of mine that is paying me to make a queen size quilt. Queen size quilt for him. So this is the design right here. And I am working on all these green blocks right here. All these little green diamonds. I'm working on all of them right now because I already got all of the yellow, two-tone yellow ones done in the center of the pineapple. Yeah. I don't know. I don't even know who it is that we have our um TV through. I think it's Direct or Dish, one of the two. But I mean, no matter who you go to, they're all insanely priced now, especially when you add in all the subscriptions for all the extra channels or streaming services and stuff like that. They get you no matter where you go. It's all about making the richer rich, or the rich richer. But whatever, I'm over it. Okay, back to quilting. So yeah, I'm making this quilt for a friend of mine. He has paid me some money to make this for him. And he has been very sweet about waiting patiently until after the holidays. So now I'm trying to buckle down and do this. So has anybody got any big plans for this week coming up for New Year's Eve? My family and I will just be hanging out at home, and I'll probably be in here sewing. And my husband and son will probably be in there watching their shows or playing their games or whatever they do. Or downstairs working on the basement, which is what they're down there doing right now. They're down there working on the basement bathroom, remodeling it. Because it was still because the 1970s was calling their bathroom back. This house was my dad's before he passed away. The quilt size is, let me see here. I know it's gonna be a queen size. I just don't remember exact measurements. So 94 by 105 and a half. And that's if all my blocks come out to the size that I had did the measurement for whenever I designed it. It probably won't. It's probably gonna be a little different measurements but that's okay. He actually asked me, um, like after I had already bought all the fabric, he had actually asked me if there is any way of changing it to a king size quilt. And I'm like, sorry, I don't do king size quilts. I'm like my back won't permit that because I do all the quilting of it on my domestic machine right here. So I'm like, there's no way my back won't tolerate that. I'm like, queen is the largest that I would go. In my opinion, this is a decent sized queen. Ah, yes. Iton has spent half of the day cleaning house, doing laundry, doing dishes, cleaning the kitchen. We got a lot of the Christmas stuff put up. Normally wait until after January 1st to do that, but we went ahead and did the indoors today just because my son and I already had the day off, so we decided just go ahead and take care of it now. And regain our front room back. And then I gave my Yorkie a bath and a nail trim. And probably gonna give him a haircut tomorrow after work because his hair is super long. And since he's on a wet food only diet, it keeps getting like natted up around his mouth area because he doesn't have teeth. Bye, Laurelyn. Thank you for stopping in, hanging out with me for a bit. Hey everybody, it is 9 minutes until 7. So here in about a few more minutes, we're going to end the stream for today. And I will be probably heading over to Stephanie Harris's channel. Used to be Memoirs of a Long Arm Quilter. But I'm going to head over there and hang out over on her channel and her chat. Oh, awesome. Yes, I will be on there at some point. I don't have any idea what time I'm going to be on there for or for how long. Whenever it's something I'm not scheduled for set X amount of time frame, then I just bebop in and out. Because it's like if I got ADHD or something, it's a hard time for me to sit still and focus for too long sometimes. Yeah, I figure once I get all these blocks here done up, then I can try and do all the piecing and maybe even do some of the quilting on while you guys are watching me on my live streams. If that's something you guys would be interested in, of hanging out with me while I do this. Let me know in the chat if it's something that you guys would be interested in, of hanging out while I sew and quilt and everything else. So the whole process of this quilt. Yeah, I think next time I'm definitely going to turn my Surface on so I can watch the chat over that way. So that way there I could actually be looking at you guys. And not looking out to the side over here where my laptop screen is. So I definitely got to get myself trained to be looking at you guys and not off to over at my other screen where the chat is at right now. And plus in a minute, I gotta go feed my dogs because My pit bull is standing outside of the door over here crying. She wants her food. Awesome. Yes, I would be more than happy to share this experience with you guys from almost start to finish since I just started sharing with you guys, I think today. I think I may have done it one other time on my live because I want to get this done. And then after that, then I'll be doing my legit kits as well as in February, I'll be doing my PMQ through Cotton Cuts on here. And I chose the Purple Mist. Did anybody else do the PMQ Tree of Life? I chose the Purple Mist on there. The small version. Sound like I prefer smaller quilts when I do quilts, but I don't mind doing the larger ones. It's just harder for me to quilt them. It's more of a struggle. Not so much because of the machinery thing, but because the extra stress on my back dealing with all that fabric. Oh, awesome. Now, Serenity, what color schemes was that again? I don't really remember offhand. That's okay, Beverly. You can live vicariously through me by watching me on my channel because I'll be doing my whole entire thing on my channel. Sophie, mommy be out there in a minute, baby girl. My pit bull's name is Sophie. I always call her Sophina. Sophina Maria. And then my Yorkie is Loki. I always call him Baby Bear because he's like just like a small little cuddle bear, like a baby cub. He curls himself up into a little tiny ball right up against my belly and lays right beside me on the couch in the recliner. Oh, okay. That's cool. Yeah, JK, this is gonna be my very first PMQ. So we all gonna be doing the first together then. Because JK and Jordy, it's both of your guys' first. So that's gonna be fun. We get to do this all together for the first time ever. Yeah, watching Ian and Sean and Katie all talk about it and enjoying it, and the fabrics are just so gorgeous. I couldn't resist. I'm like, and the price wasn't bad either for a small. I was like, what the heck? I might as well. Everyone, make sure you hit that thumbs up and you like the channel if you have not already done so. Share and subscribe. I would truly appreciate any and all support because as soon as I get to 300 subscribers, I'm going to do a really good giveaway. Not even 100% for sure what it is yet. I just know it's going to be a good one. It's going to be better than like a mystery bag or anything like that I've previously done. So, I'm occasionally going to do giveaways of like little mystery bags. And you can ask Beverly how she liked her mystery bag because she received the last one. But then occasionally I'm going to do like other giveaways. Like whenever I get to like each 100 mark, I'm going to do a nice giveaway. And then I have a quilt kit I'm gonna do as a giveaway once I get to 500. So, and it's like the fabric, the panel, or the fabric, the pattern, everything. I actually trying to sign up for the BO block of the month through Missouri Star like 3 years ago. It was not like their All Stars one or anything like that. It was just one I found on their channel that I thought was gorgeous. And then I've lost interest and no longer a desire to do it. So I'm going to pass it along to someone else that would like to. Yeah, I'm much more of a slow sewer. So awesome. Thank you so much, Pastry. I truly appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful evening. Okay, it is 7 o'clock, guys. As soon as I get this last piece done, I am going to go ahead and end the stream for the evening. And just so that way there I can be able to get over to Stephanie's channel to watch her and support her. Because we gotta support each other. And then Pastry, I'll watch your replay, hon. Just because here shortly it's gonna be dinner time and family time in my house, so. I know a lot of thread wastage here, but it's okay. It is what it is. It's only thread. Just like the Quilting Marine says, it's only thread, it's only fabric. Not that big of a deal. All right, everyone. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. And I got almost all of my green ones done. I just got one more side to put on my green ones, and then my green ones will all be done. I hope everybody has a wonderful evening, and I will catch you guys on another night. Hi, Maria. Sorry, hon. I am just heading out. And, well, everybody have a wonderful evening and stay awesome. Bye.